3 oil and gas companies operating here in Colorado are being ordered to take corrective action after falsifying data about cleanup on more than 400 sites in Weld County. A state-led investigation found Chevron, Oxy, and Civitas hired consultants to oversee their remediation efforts, and those consultants allegedly submitted false information about soil and groundwater contamination. This here is a map of the locations in Weld County that may have been impacted by that false data. The investigation by the Colorado Energy and Carbon Management Commission found that the false data was submitted between the years of 2021 and 2024. Your reporter in Aurora, Michael Abeyta, joining us now from the Aurora Reservoir. And Michael, these reports have some people concerned about the environmental impacts of oil and gas projects happening there in your community.
Yeah, that's right. The group Save the Aurora Reservoir has been trying to stop construction of an oil and gas site that would be out here near the Aurora Reservoir for about 5 years now. And now they think that they have the evidence to prove that it is a dangerous proposition to build oil and gas wells out here.
It is frustrating. It's interesting. That's part of why we're here, is to raise awareness.
Randy Willard spent a part of his Saturday morning setting up a booth for Save the Aurora Reservoir, or STAR, at the Arapahoe County Fair. They're still fighting the Lowry Ranch Comprehensive Area Plan, an oil and gas project Civitas is planning to build just east of the Aurora Reservoir. Their present target, the Sunlight Long Well, which will be the drilling site closest to the reservoir.
It actually will sit up on a hill, so it'll be nicely visible when you're at the beach.
Civitas has said repeatedly that they will protect the environment, saying in the past that they have worked hard to protect the environment and minimize impacts to communities, and, quote, "We're especially proud of our design and utilization of the latest technologies to achieve and even exceed the state and Arapahoe County's regulations, which remain among the strictest in the country," unquote. But Randy and Starr have never bought it.
There's just a lot of things that are indicating to us that this industry is not perhaps operating as above board as they'd like us to think.
And now they think they have proof. The Energy and Carbon Management Commission, or ECMC, announced that 2 environmental consultants, Eagle Environmental Consulting Inc. and Tasman Geosciences, hired by oil and gas operators, submitted falsified laboratory data results. They say the data manipulation affected soil, groundwater, and inorganic and organic contaminant data for 404 oil and gas locations in Weld County. Civitas hired one of the environmental consultants in question, and Randy says, knowing that, he will push harder to keep the project out of his neighborhood.
We're very concerned about that, and we're bringing it up to all the authorities that we can.
Now, it's important to note that Civitas was not being accused of falsifying any data, and it's unclear if they even knew the contractor was falsifying data, that contractor that they hired. We reached out to Civitas for a comment, but haven't heard back from them yet. We also reached out to the contractors that are accused of falsifying data, haven't heard back from them either. In Aurora, Michael Abeyta, covering Colorado First.
Thank you, Michael. Well, we did hear back from both Chevron and Oxy. Chevron sharing a statement saying, in part, Chevron is shocked that any third-party contractor would intentionally falsify data and file it with the state officials to assess environmental corrective actions taken by Chevron. We remain committed to conducting business in full compliance with the laws and regulations in Colorado. Oxy also responding with a similar statement saying, quote, "We were extremely disappointed to learn that an Oxy contractor submitted regulatory filings on Oxy's behalf that contained inaccurate falsified data. We are committed to ensuring that everything submitted on behalf of Oxy is accurate."